What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. If I got $1 for every time somebody asked me about the UVB light, I'll probably be very rich right now. I want to address some of those questions and I want to explain to you what I think about the UVB light in general. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please make sure you drop a like to this video. It does help others find the video as well and help them hopefully with their journey. So without further ado, I want to hop into this topic. Is the UVB light helpful? Does it improve things? Does it cure your psoriasis? So if you've been watching my channel from the very beginning, you probably came across the videos that I made about the UVB light, where you got an idea of what this light is all about and what it does to help improve your psoriasis. So am I using it? Have I been using it? Of course. I haven't used it lately, but I've definitely used it in the past quite a bit, especially when I first got it. And I was pretty crazy about it. I was pretty religiously using it. And then when I started going to dermatologist appointments and so on, I started actually going to the UVB light booth. So I didn't have to actually use the little device because I was going to a full-on booth where the whole body's covered. So naturally, if I'm going there twice or 3 times a week, I don't need to use a device at the moment. The only point of that device is to help you save times, make convenience essentially from going anywhere like a dermatologist appointment to get stuff done, right? Or going to a tanning salon to get stuff done. So you can sit at the comfort of your home, use that little device, shine it on the spots exactly that you want, and that kind of saves a lot of time. Now, does it help? Does it replace the need of anything else you do for psoriasis? Of course, yes and no. I don't know how to answer that question quickly, right? The yes part of it is it does help. It's UV light. It's kind of mimicking the sun UV rays. The idea is that vitamin D is missing when it's kind of dark out, when it's raining out. And this is a great way to replace that kind of alternative way of getting that source of vitamin D. Now, is it curing your psoriasis if you use it all the time? No, this is only meant to treat and maybe alleviate some of the symptoms, maybe relieve you from maybe that crazy inflammation, but it's not going to cure your psoriasis. It's only going to reduce it potentially. So what I noticed when I was using it is that the parts that I was using it on, like for example my elbows, if I were to use like on this specific area, as you can see, it's kind of like better than the last few videos of course, but if you see this, if I put the UV light on this elbow for about a week straight, I will see all those flakes kind of go away and I'll see the red kind of fading a little bit, and maybe it'll be drier feeling, but it will definitely look like it's going away. It will look like it's fading. And because of that, I'm like, okay, it's helping. Nice, it's good. But as soon as you stop using the UV light, maybe 2-3 weeks later, that spot will come back. Now, that being said, if you don't follow anything else, like if you don't do any diets, if you don't exercise, if you don't have any stress relief methods, then of course UV light alone is not going to really help. It's only one more thing for the equation to help alleviate all the symptoms. It's not the only thing you can be using to help alleviate things. So I hope that kind of answers your question about what about the UV light? What about this UVB light portable light that we kept talking about? So again, just to summarize, in case that wasn't clear, it does help. It does treat psoriasis, but it doesn't cure it. And as far as the other question I keep getting, how long should you use it? Or how long should you apply? Or how long should you increase it by? So first of all, I've made a lot of videos about this topic and I'll kind of summarize them in this specific video. But I encourage you to go back to the old videos, and I have a whole playlist for UV light therapy that kind of covers every one of those questions. But the main big question is, how long should you use it for? Like I mentioned before many times, I recommend starting with 10 seconds. Nothing can go wrong in 10 seconds of using the UV light. You are unlikely to burn yourself, unlikely that something is gonna beep at you. So that's a good start. Start with 10 seconds, and then if you use it every day or if you use it every other time, increase it by 10%. 10 seconds, 10% means 1 extra second added. If you feel adventurous, if you feel like it's not too much of an addition, then at the beginning stages when it's only 10 seconds, you can add 5 seconds or 10 seconds and see how your body reacts. If you feel like that spot that you're shining on for 10 seconds or 20 seconds, if you feel like it's starting to burn or it feels uncomfortable, then obviously stop. If you feel like it's fine for the time you're doing it, but then maybe an hour later it feels like a little burn or it feels like uncomfortable, then definitely reduce it for the next session you do it, make sure you don't go again by increasing it 10% because clearly you had a reaction. So, and again, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not don't take this advice like you have to follow it. I want you to be very careful what you listen to on YouTube. This is something that I've been doing for myself. And matter of fact, my dermatologist never told me, hey, get the UV light device. She might have said, oh, it's a great idea, but she didn't say get it and do it, because you have to have a medical professional doing it for you and advising you what to do. And right now, I am literally doctoring myself. I'm literally telling you what I did for myself. So if you go ahead with this advice, make sure you are holding yourself accountable, right? I mean, it's very unlikely you're gonna get hurt. Let's put it realistically. If you're being smart, everything in moderation, you're not gonna burn your body. You're not gonna like damage anything long term, unless you go for the first time, put it for 5 minutes, and just kind of wait. Yeah, something's gonna happen. You might actually even bleed if you go that long. I don't know what's gonna happen, right? So back to the topic. 10 seconds to start. Increase it 10-20% if you feel like it's comfortable, and then continue. Once you get to the minute, 2 minute, 3 minute area, that's when you want to start really monitoring, specifically in the 2 minute area, because now you're shining that spot, the UV light, directly onto one area for 2 minutes. And that could potentially cause the skin to burn or cause uncomfortable feeling. But because you've been doing it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and kept going all the way up to 2 minutes, it's likely that the skin is now adjusted to it and is more, how do I say it? It's tougher now. It's ready for it. So it's not going to get damaged as much. It's kind of like if you never go tanning, the first time you go out in the sun, you're going to burn. But if you've been tanning for the whole summer, it's unlikely going to burn at the end of the season because your skin is kind of used to it, adjusted to it. So I hope that kind of explains that aspect of the UV light. And as far as, do you need to use it every day? Do you need to continue increasing the time all the time? I mean, it's up to you, of course, right? This is a convenience device. That's what it's meant for. That's the benefit of it. So if you choose to use it every day, if you choose to maintain some sort of a schedule to it, that's great. That will help alleviate the spots. Now, if you have many spots like me, chances are it's going to get to the 20-30 minute ordeal, which you probably don't want to deal with, just like I don't. I don't have 30-45 minutes to sit there and have the device on every single spot, because I have it on both elbows, I have it behind my ears, I have it on my butt, I have it on my back. So like if you add every spot and you have to do 2-3 minutes per spot, I mean, if you have 10 spots, that's 20 minutes right there, right? So depends if you're okay with that, if you can multitask somehow, if you can have somehow the UV light being mounted on something and you put your elbow there while working on something else, you don't have to hold the UV mount, great. If you're watching maybe a show and you want to light the UV light during the show, then that's perfect. That's a good way to entertain yourself while watching that show, while doing the UV light, right? So it's kind of a good thing from that aspect, because it's comfortable from the comfort of your home. You're watching a show and getting that light shining on you. So hopefully that clears up quite a few of your concerns and quite a few of your questions about the UV light. This is, again, not something that you should rely on. This is just one other aspect. I really hope that most of you are still doing the diets, still focusing on exercising daily, hopefully. And the biggest thing that I focused on is stress relief, doing everything I absolutely can to remove stress from my life, any negativity that kind of surrounds me. If I had anything that I had to talk to my friends about because it was bothering me, I'll get it out of the way, get that off my chest, because it's all stress, it's all accumulating, and that could be one of the sources for psoriasis. Now, I'll cover in the next few videos the other things I've been working on as far as dieting, as far as creams and so on, but I wanted to bring up to your attention the UV light in general. If you haven't already tried talking to a dermatologist, I definitely encourage you to do that, just so that you check all the boxes, right? Like I've done it and I recommend to you to do it too. It's not because I think the dermatologist is going to fix your situation. It's because it's probably a good idea to see a professional, to hear for yourself what they say, and not just kind of hope that all the information I'm providing or other YouTube channels providing are going to cover all of your bases and help you solve your problems. This is online opinions, and chances are they could be wrong, specifically wrong for what you need. So I encourage you to do your own research and not just hope that I give you all the answers on my next videos. Anyways, guys, that was a long rant on the UV lights and what I think you should do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you drop us a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. This is, like you see, a weekly or bi-weekly videos that I'm posting to help you recover and kind of monitor my own journey. So I hope to see you in the next vlog, and until next time, talk to you then.